Walk Oakland, Bike Oakland, we did get support from OakDOT to put this fabulous event together. Thank you everyone for riding in together. This is a wonderful moment. We have a lot of people standing here who are elected to help make this happen. And you are in their presence because you get to demand how your dollars are spent, your Measure U bond funds are spent. Woo-hoo! We're going for world-class infrastructure, not just simply paint on the ground, because we know that paint on the ground can only help a certain degree. And Oakland is ready. We've seen a lot of projects that are in the works on our way here, and there are more to come. This street right here next year, I'm telling you, is going to be overwhelmed with people bicycling and walking around and patronizing businesses because it is going to be awesome. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to just roll through the crowd here because they all got important stuff to say, and what we can also count on over time is that these are our elected officials that we need to keep having conversations with because there are really important issues out there. Sometimes they just don't get noticed. And our goal is to make sure that people in the streets are connected with our elected officials. So without further ado, I'm actually going to start with Ms. Carol Fife because Councilmember Fife sponsored a proclamation proclaiming today, Bike to Wherever Day, May 15th, 2025. So come on up.
No. Okay. So I was asked to read the proclamation today, but y'all don't need to hear that. You just know you're supposed to bike to wherever. And this morning I was able to bike to Frank Ogawa Plaza today with some of the most amazing constituents in the entire city of Oakland. And I cannot thank you enough. There are very critical individuals that have helped my education as a cyclist in Oakland. And I'll be honest, I'm still fearful when I get on a bike in the city of Oakland because the bike lanes are not connected enough. There are not enough protected bike lanes in this city. And when I rode down 14th Street today to see the landscaping that's starting to happen and to see the concrete that protected the bikers from the vehicles, I felt so much better. So I want to thank every single one of you who've been my mentors and my teachers in this journey since I've been an elected official, because that gives me the insight and the understanding of what needs to happen. So please keep talking to me. Please keep sharing with me because we have so much work to do. I just learned this morning from one of my new friends that Columbia is one of the best places to bike in the entire world. There she is. So I'm going to work to make Oakland the best place to bike in the world. So Columbia doesn't have that title anymore. So thank you all for being here today, and let's keep building. So I'm going to ask Supervisor Bass to come up and give a few words next.
Good morning, everyone. It's really good to be here. So I want to appreciate all of you because in 2022, I worked on co-authoring Measure U, our affordable housing and infrastructure bond. And I have to remind us that when we were looking at it as a council, it was not polling up to 2/3 that we needed to pass it. But we decided anyway we were going to go for it. And the reason we have the funds we have for infrastructure and for affordable housing is because you all showed up. You all were part of the coalition to make sure voters knew about the opportunity to fund safe streets, and we passed that measure by far more than the 2/3 we needed. So thank you. Elections really matter, so thank you for making sure that we have that infrastructure. Having represented District 2, Central Oakland for 6 years and now being on the County Board of Supervisors, I just want to say that this work is so important. We cannot be reactive to keeping our streets safe. We have to be proactive. I know we're all sick and tired of hearing about a traffic fatality, a traffic injury, and having that prompt some of the amazing work that is happening to keep our streets safe, we have to be proactive. And if a county where we have jurisdiction over the unincorporated cities for safe streets, we have a bike ped commission which is only advisory. And in the coming years, I am hoping that we can actually give that bike ped advisory committee more teeth so that it's similar to what we have in Oakland, where you all put together a bike ped plan that we actually incorporate into our Measure U funding, priorities. And so hopefully more and more of these type of events will help people realize how essential bike and ped safety is to our overall health and well-being and to our climate. Thank you. And next I have the honor of introducing Rebecca Kaplan, who has served both as our council member at large and our interim District 2 council member.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Bike to Wherever Day. And so excited to be a part of helping to make Oakland the bicycliest city in America, which I said at Bike to Work Day 10 years ago when we were speaking on that side. And since that time, we have implemented numerous additional separated bike lanes. We have implemented secure bike parking facilities that make it easier for people to bike. And we just a couple months ago approved the final piece of the funding needed so that the Lakeshore Protected Bikeway can get underway, which is about to happen. Finally. Are we gonna sing At Last at the groundbreaking for that one? I think we will. And I'm also particularly honored to be here both with my predecessor as the District 2 council member and my successor as the District 2 council member, as well as my amazing council colleagues for my last Bike to Work Day as a council member, but not my last Bike to Work Day. Yes, I know, it used to actually say Bike to Work Day. Now it says Bike to Wherever Day because, of course, we are encouraging people to bicycle everywhere. And I am a regular day bicyclist, and it is so much fun to get to bicycle on a day that so many people are bicycling and uplifting it. And this is good for the planet, it's good for our city, it's good for ourselves and our health, and it's good for building community. And I just want to name one other important step we took in the last few months, and thank you, Supervisor Bass, for talking about the Measure U bonds that the voters passed, that then, of course, we also had to vote to issue. And then we had to vote again to issue. And yesterday, we received the public presentation from the administration of the budget plan for the next 2 years. And I'm very pleased to say that in their presentation, they did make clear that yes, the bonds are being issued and are part of the budget plan and are coming this year. So thank you to everyone who helped fight for that, because when we fund this critical infrastructure, it not only creates jobs and economic opportunity, it also creates a safer and healthier community. So thank you all so very much. Happy Bike to Wherever Day, and I will next pass it along to our council member from District 1, Zach Unger.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you. It was wonderful to be in a bike train with you all this morning. We started at Rockridge BART. We went through Oakland Tech. I got to embarrass my son at Oakland Tech, and I got a donut, so it's pretty much the perfect morning for me as far as I'm concerned. And on the way up, we actually passed a bike train going the other direction, all the way to Chabot and Claremont. And biking is activated in Oakland. Biking is happening. And I want to give a special shout out to the people who are making that happen, and that is our Public Works Department. So can we give a big round of applause for our Public Works Department? These are the people on the streets getting it done, making those bike lanes happen. And I'm going to put down a marker right here. Because of those bonds, our incredible staff in Public Works is going to be able to pave 50 miles of roads in each of the next 2 fiscal years. So let's give a shout out to 50 miles of new paved roads in each year. So I want to thank you all for being here. I won't take too long because you might still have some wherevers to bike to, but thank you for biking. Thank you to Public Works, and thank you to everyone for making Oakland a bike-friendly town.
I just stand humbly before you all. What I just really want to emphasize is that this is such a community of experts, of people that have really gone into incredible weeds of policy making, of advocacy to fight for better, safer streets here in Oakland and to decarbonize the way that we travel here, which is so important. I am actually a carless person. I do not own a car, have not owned one in the last, woohoo, car free, thank you. And Jean with the car free happy hour organizer here to the right of me. But I'm just excited to build on the work of my colleagues here on the stage to make sure and continue to advocate that we need to have safer streets and we need just a thriving community. And I'm excited to work with all of you, whether it's BPAC, OCDOT, so many of the transit and transportation advocacy organizations here. So let's get to work. So thanks, everyone.
Hey everyone, happy Bike to Wherever Day! Yay! My name is Jean Walsh. I am on the AC Transit Board of Directors representing this area. And isn't it wonderful to bike with the wind in your hair, with a smile on your face, with a lot of people? It feels so much safer, right? Wouldn't it be nice if every day we could bike with a lot of other people? The reason more people don't bike is that they feel unsafe. And so we know we need to invest in safety. We know we need to make our streets safer so that we can get more people to experience the joy and freedom and cost effectiveness and convenience of biking. So in order to do that, we really need to invest. And I agree with those who say that we need to make public safety a top priority. And I want to say that traffic safety is public safety. If you're killed by a bullet, if you're killed by a fire, if you're killed by a speeding car, you're still dead. So we need to value those lives, all those lives, and we need to prioritize public safety in all its forms. And so let's invest in safer streets so that we can get more people to experience the joy of biking and to feel safe out there. Now, as an AC Transit board member, when I'm in transit crowds, I talk a lot about biking. And I always say, look, it's not bikes versus buses. It's bike lanes, bus lanes. We all go together. It all works together to make a safer ecosystem for everyone to get out of their cars. So again, bikes and transit go hand in hand. So let's work together. When I'm in a biking crowd, I talk about transit. So I want to let you know, in case you haven't known, that transit is suffering some serious budget deficits as well. So we need to invest in our transit systems. The last thing we need to do is to be cutting bus service and BART service. We need to expand our transit service. Because if we have better transit service and safer streets, we get more people out of cars, more people on bikes and transit, and it's just a better world. Thanks to all the organizers who are putting this stuff together, Traffic Violence Rapid Response, Walk Oakland, Bike East Bay, the BPAC, our city council members, our OCDOT, all of our community that's coming together to fight for safer streets. So keep doing that work. Thank you so much, and happy Bike to Wherever Day.
All of y'all, elections matter. These are the people you vote into positions of power who can make decisions, who can actually shift decisions into the right direction. They're really important, but what's most important is to find your local advocacy group. We have Carter Lavin from Traffic Violence Rapid Response here, who has a message for our elected officials. Come on up, Carter.
This is amazing. This is wonderful. We are standing on the shoulders of decades of work, which I think is really important to recognize that our council members, and especially Councilmember Kaplan, and a lot of folks have really been putting lots of effort into this. And it really shows, because right now the city of Oakland is about to redo Grand Avenue. They're picking between two designs, one of which would be a world-class leading design, and one of which would be okay. And the world-class leading design, I had the pleasure of going business to business and talking to a sofa shop. And they're like, yeah, we want the best in the world. I talked to a chocolate shop. They don't want what's best. We talked to immigrant rights groups, and they say, yes, we want a safer Oakland for everyone. And it's really wonderful, especially on a morning like this, we're like, wow, this is a lot of people. And knowing that there is so many more people at our back. And so I have a little gift for each of you all, which is the letters of support from the community groups, from business groups specifically, in an area where people say, oh, the businesses couldn't possibly want this. It's like, well, we have a bunch of businesses on the area, thank you so much, who've signed on saying that they do want this. There's about parking. We did a parking analysis. There's over 400 spots in the area. We're fine. The one thing we didn't bring, though, because some of us are environmentalists and we don't want to waste a ton of paper, so we have 1,800 people from across Oakland sign the petition in support of the safest option on Grand, the 3-lane conversion. That's 40 pages when you print it double-sided, and 5 of us, it seemed like that was just a lot. So it's in your inboxes. And so it's one of those things where the decision's being made imminently. It's one of those things where city council resolutions make a huge world of difference to provide clarity, because at the end of the day, we're Oakland. As we're saying, we want to be world leaders. We're not content to be like some other cities and other parts of the Bay who are like, we'll be okay. It's like, no, we're Oakland, so we're going to strive for greatness. So thank you all so much. And thank you, Chris and Wobo and everyone, for putting this all together.
Everybody have a great Bike to Wherever Day.